Hi my friends, it's Dr. Edith Ubuntu Chan. I'm a holistic high performance coach and a Chinese medicine doctor. Here with another episode of Activate Your Awesomeness. Isn't it amazing these times in which we live? Technology is so readily available, it's getting more inexpensive all the time, where we can connect so easily through Facebook and YouTube, and we can, at our fingertips, Google search anything. When I was a kid, well, you could go to the library and look through those remember the microfiche where you had to like dial this thing and gradually screen all of these images of stuff that you're looking through when you do research? Many of you guys watching this video probably have no idea what a microfiche is even. Now we have everybody's phones is like synced up, their phone numbers are synced up on our smartphones. There was a time when we had the rotary phone and we had to and we had to actually remember people's phone numbers. Times have changed so much and it keeps accelerating and accelerating. We have so much to be grateful for, all these conveniences and all this access for us to connect with one another, to learn from one another, to keep in touch with friends and family across the globe, and to research and accelerate our process of evolution. There's so much good stuff that technology is offering us. And at the same time, have you noticed that it can also sometimes be a trap? It can also be kind of addictive, where you start scrolling through your Facebook feed or whatever feed you're looking at, and hours of your day get sucked out of you, and you didn't do all the priorities that you meant to do for yourself. More importantly, we have such easy access to information that we get bombarded with more information than we can really digest. And we have information overload to such a point that we're not able to get still and listen to that quiet, deeper, more wisdom-filled voice within each of us. How can we find balance with taking advantage of all the conveniences of our technology and access to information, access to being in contact with one another, but also find balance so that it does not become overloaded, so that we don't become addicted to these devices to the point where instead of technology working for us, it starts to feel like we're working for the technology. One really great thing I want to suggest that has really changed my life is to periodically take a cleanse, take a detox from your devices. Just like with healthy nutrition, once in a while, we can take time off and really lighten up your diet so that you can give your digestive tract a rest. And when you come back to eating solid foods, you have a mindfulness and a more sensitivity to what you want to eat and what you don't want to eat. Well, with our digital devices and with the information that we consume, I feel we can take exactly that approach. And I'm always amazed when we're in the thick of it, it feels like everything is so urgent. You're emailed things and you're like, oh, I gotta respond. My text, and you're just on call all the time. Well, actually, it's not really that urgent. I went away to this retreat in Thailand a couple of years ago where I was completely out of touch with the whole world for 11 days. Of those 11 days, 9 days and 9 nights were actually in complete darkness, where I was completely disconnected with anything visual even. Meditating in complete darkness, nobody could reach me, no phone, no email, no even reading books, just total stillness, me within myself. And the insights and the gifts and the potency of that experience was so profound. I wanted to bring that back into our modern everyday life to some degree. It's really nice to go away on retreat and be completely out of contact with emails and phones for a number of days every once in a while, just to recalibrate and get still and listen to the inner voice and get some clarity and get some inspiration from inside out instead of from outside in. But to a smaller degree, I think we can all take a careful look at how much time we're spending with our digital devices and how much time we're allowing the world to bombard us with information that doesn't necessarily empower us, make us feel healthy, vibrant, and excited to really step up to be the best of ourselves. So for these next 7 days, take a 360-degree look at your relationship with the technology and devices. How much time, honestly, no judgment, because we've all been there, how much time per day are you on Facebook or Twitter or other social media? How much time are you watching TV? Maybe not on TV, but maybe you watch YouTube videos for more hours in a day than you really love if you are really conscious of how you're spending your day. And how available are you on text and on email? Really sit down and evaluate how much time you're spending being connected and how quickly everybody in your community has gotten used to you responding to them. When I went away on my 11-day darkroom retreat, I came back, I was totally surprised that nobody actually needed me. There were a bunch of non-urgent emails, but because I had an autoresponder on, everybody was fine, as long as you set the expectations right. So here's the challenge I want to issue to you. For the next 7 days, can you minimize across the board the amount of time you spend on all of your electronic devices and on all the social media? And be really conscious that when you do make contact with the outside world, it is in the highest good of everybody involved, not just getting pulled into distraction where you're not really living the life that you want to live. How much time are you available on the phone? Can you decrease that by having a voicemail response that says, "Thanks for calling. In order to increase my productivity with my work projects, I'm a little bit less available on phone this week, but I do check my voicemail every 48 hours. I look forward to getting back to you in 48 hours. Something simple and polite like that. No major emergency is going to happen, and if there is a major emergency, you can indicate how people can reach you in case of true emergency. Likewise, on your email, can you set an autoresponder that says, in order to increase my productivity with my important projects this week, I am limiting email time to 2 to 3 p.m. every day. I do usually respond back to you within 24 hours, but please know that it might not be an instant respond. Thank you for understanding." Something like that. Isn't that totally reasonable? And then really stick to that schedule where you just respond to non-urgent emails during that small window of time. And what about the time you spend on Facebook? Could you just stop Facebook for 7 days and see what happens? And the amount of time you spend watching the news, we live in this amazing time of a lot of interesting changes in society, in the political arena. It's filled with drama. And I also like to get sucked into that drama because it's really exciting. But after a certain amount of time, we got to think, is it really uplifting us and empowering us to make important and productive choices in our life? What if you just took 7 days off of news? If your job, your professional job, doesn't depend on you logging on to news every day, try it. Have the courage to just detox yourself from the news altogether for 7 days. Let's see what happens. And what about your radio that you listen to in the morning during your commutes? I used to listen to news every morning. I would wake up to an alarm clock with news about bombs and wars and stuff, and I was wondering why I'm always having these nightmares every morning. And then I switch it to just a nice, relaxing classical music station, and notice what a huge change across the board in my day and in my psyche and in my life. So the reason we do this is not that we want to push away the world. Actually, it's the direct opposite. If we're not distracted, frazzled, exhausted, stressed out, and pulled in way too many directions, then we can be still, we can be calm, we can be peaceful and energized. And we can hear that inner voice guiding us, being our compass for where we want to go in life. and what are our values, our principles that we want to live by, not all the stuff that the world tells us to do. And in that state, when you have a friend who contacts you who truly needs your help, it's not that we're allergic to all the negativity in the world, quite the opposite. We've cultivated ourselves such that when we can meet those stressful situations with our full presence to give our friends, to give our community, to give the world truly the very best of ourselves. So my challenge to you, give it a try. For the next 7 days, take a 360-degree look at all the information you expose yourself to. Can you choose beautiful music, uplifting information, and not be over bombarded by too many emails and too much information from the world? Really pare it down to the absolute minimum for these next 7 days. And then at the end of the 7-day fast or cleanse or detox, whatever you'd like to call it, then really sit down and do some journaling. Think about what is the new balance point you'd like to achieve with regards to your relationship with all the technology, digital devices, and all this information flow in your life. Find a new sweet spot that really works for you to create that awesome life that I know you'll love. Please leave a comment below. I'm super excited to hear how it goes for you. Hey everybody, it's Dr. E. Did you like that video? If you did, please hit like and share with all your friends. You can also go onto our website and subscribe to our e-newsletter for free training and nuggets of awesomeness that we only share on our newsletter. Together, let's turn your life into a brilliant masterpiece.